Welcome to Ahead of the Times, where 17 viewers can't be wrong.
Trouble in Libya. We've put the story off for weeks, and it's still current.
Rebels fight in Ukraine despite ceasefire. Are they Kremformers, Russians in disguise?
Obama accused of not loving America. Forget the birth certificate. Where's the Valentine's card?
For the latest on Libya, we go to our senior librarian, Ola.
While attention is on Syria, Libya continues to spiral out of control. It's like they've realized the virtue of being the second worst behaved kid in class. ISIS has appeared there as local militias take on their moniker. It's easier to get an ISIS franchise than a Subway restaurant these days. Do you get like a franchise starter kit? Flag and jumpsuits? They beheaded 21 Egyptian laborers. Why 21? Did they get to 20 and say, you know what? Hit me. And in response, Egypt hit them with airstrikes, though they were accused of causing civilian casualties. ISIS reacted angrily, saying at least when they kill civilians, they don't accidentally kill any civilians. The Libyan crisis is complicated. In the east is an internationally backed government, and in Tripoli, a rival one. Thank God here in the West, we never have to deal with a divided government. They're both formed out of the hundreds of militias that overthrew Gaddafi. It's like two big stores on either end of the mall. Debenhams on one side, House of Fraser on the other, and Boots on the ground floor.
Translating to American, he's talking about Sears, Macy's, and the Hurt Locker.
Egypt wants an international force to intervene in Libya, and Italy briefly raised the possibility of occupying the country before remembering how that went last time. Hundreds of thousands of migrants have tried to sail to Italy in all manner of ships, rowboats, cargo vessels. In fact, the only boat they're too scared to take is a carnival cruise. I predict ISIS will make Libyans reminisce about the Gaddafi regime when beheadings were just for special occasions. For the latest on Russia and the Ukraine, let's go to our senior It's Too Cold for War correspondent, Toby.
Violations of the Ukrainian ceasefire have continued, but the peace process is ongoing. It's like a new diet. You need a few cheat days. A withdrawal of heavy weapons was delayed as both sides insisted, the weapons, we are so strong they are not heavy. Sources say many of the rebels are really just Russian troops wearing unmarked uniforms, like those who were in Crimea. In terms of military disguise, it's the equivalent of Clark Kent's glasses. I guess missiles should have been giveaway, but I did not recognize you without the patch. The war, sanctions, and falling oil prices are causing Russia's economy to shrink. Although Russia insists the shrinkage is normal, it's just very chilly there. 52 pro-Russian rebel prisoners were exchanged for 139 Ukrainian prisoners. That's how bad the Russian exchange rate is. Russia is afraid its neighbors joining NATO will reduce its regional power in controlling commerce, security, and invading whatever countries it wants to. Republicans have called on the US to supply arms to the Ukraine, but Obama insists that they'll just provoke Russia while proving insufficient and ineffective without training. However, he promised to continue sending non-lethal aid, including white flags, comfort food, and Hallmark sorry for your loss cards. My prediction? If the US supplies weapons, they'll prove very useful to the people who capture them when they eventually fight America. For the latest on Obama, let's go to our senior, secretly African correspondent, Ola.
Obama's love for America was questioned by ex-New York Mayor Rudy Giuliani. Who does he think he is? America's mayor? He's the latest Republican to feel like something about Obama just isn't American. First it was his church, then his birth certificate. They can't quite put their finger on it, but they'll get back to you. Rudy Giuliani gets more and more press coverage for saying outlandish things. There's no incentive to be rational. But there is a solution for us to say outlandish things until people share our videos. Rudy Giuliani hates New York.
Rudy Giuliani and Barack Obama are the same person.
Rudy Giuliani married his cousin. Oh wait, that one's true. Really? Man, we have to find out more about Rudy in our recurring segment, Race to Profile. Rudy Giuliani rose to fame as the prosecutor who convicted John Gotti, the Teflon Don, based on a wiretap. But anyone with a Brillo pad could have told you why it's ruined Teflon. He later ran for mayor and reduced crime in New York via the broken windows theory, in which cleaning up visible signs of crime reduces it overall. The theory is endorsed by sociologists, but criticized by minority groups who argue that they are treated as visual signs of crime themselves. He's been married 3 times, In fact, he actually locked his wife out of a suite he was sharing with his secretary on Father's Day. In his defense, it was his day. He once moved another woman into the mayor's mansion while he was still married. Finally a Republican that understands the sanctity of marriage. He was heralded after September 11th and was dubbed America's mayor. No, it's not that special. You just have to check into America a bunch of times on Foursquare. He was knighted by Queen Elizabeth II. Though I think that's a little excessive, Gotham already has a knight that fights crime. He ran for president and backed out in the primaries. Now he's just trying to get back into the spotlight by making inflammatory comments, like declaring himself a hero to black people, despite the objections of black people, completing his transition from America's mayor to a mayor pain in the ass. Giuliani has since backed away from his own comments, almost as though they were a presidential primary. My prediction, I think he'll just continue making these comments. And if Obama doesn't like it, that's just one more black man who's mad at him. Thank you for watching Ahead of the Times, predicting the news since 2016. Please subscribe, share, and tune in next week to stay truly ahead of the times.